Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta, and this is a death battle. No, that's not our intro. Welcome to Stone-Faced Reactions, where we watch videos and then don't react to them whatsoever. Let's go ahead and do this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we are here to watch a death battle together. And last time we had gone ahead and took our bets on Sanji versus Rock Lee, and Theta, you have no faith in Rock Lee here. Tell me what you think about Sanji.
Yeah, I have no faith in Rock Lee. I do not know to what degree you have watched these things. I almost finished Naruto Shippuden. I ended around the pain arc where the art got super weird for some reason, unwatchably so. I thought because it went all cartoony. And as far as One Piece goes, I think I've seen 400 to 500 episodes. I've got to where spoiler alert. I don't know if you have to do a spoiler alert for a death battle, but spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for 700 episode series.
Yeah, I got to the part where Luffy's adopted brother dies, and a little bit past that. But I don't like the arc that come after it, so I kind of stopped there.
See the comments. He has an adopted brother. Yeah. One Piece is like the longest one now, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's from the original three but it's still going because Bleach is gone and sorry, Bleach is gone and the other one is gone.
Yeah.
Naruto.
Comparatively, yeah, Naruto actually wrapped up.
No, I mean, well, technically it did, but Boruto is still going, and it's just Naruto again.
I'm
So
willing to call that a new series. It is no
you're
longer the
willing to.
exact same. Yeah. Yeah. Words. There you go. That's my argument. Comparatively, like I've watched like a 5 episodes of One Piece total probably over like multiple years. And I've probably watched Naruto up to like the Chunin exam arc, and then stop there because that's honestly the best arc.
So
Um,
my all the arguments I've made have literally been spot on for everything that you know. Then
yeah, exactly.
when
As far as I know, everything you're saying is right because you know more than me.
every time, well, I'll clip that and use that for every other episode as well.
Yeah, you can put that in the intro. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Um, but yeah, no. Every time I say that the first time Gar gets into a major fight, he gets his ass kicked so hard that he's hospitalized and has to watch the rest of the fights. That's literally the one thing that you know.
I mean, he suffers a bit from the Worf effect for that, right? It's supposed to set up how cool Gar is by having Rock Lee get his ass kicked, but Rock Lee is also a person who has done stuff that even the adult ninja don't, which I mean is all of them. Let's be honest. But apparently he does the most ridiculous one of it, which is like the gate stuff. And I
Um,
think they've had Rock Lee here before, and they're just like, hey, we're gonna put him in, and he's not gonna be like grievously injured or anything. So I mean, he's gonna
Rock
be a full
Lee
strength.
doesn't do anything that the adult ninjas can't do. In fact, his teacher taught him how to do it because his teacher has done it and knows how to do it.
Right, but it's the anime convention of it's like I'm gonna teach you, but never do it, and the teacher never does it, but the kid does it immediately, and it's like, I'll go. Oh, this just this one semester.
His teacher famously does it.
Right, because after a certain point, it's just death. So well, I only know how that character's gonna end. But he's as still from what I understand of Naruto stuff, the stuff that he's doing is actually the best stuff that you could probably ever do. Short of blowing up the moon, which wasn't even a thing at that time.
Right.
Spoilers, there's a moon and it's gone in Naruto.
Well, I mean, again, if you take out the fact that Sasuke does it too, and
Mhm.
Sasuke is better than Rock Lee.
Ah, dang it. Well, we're not talking about Rock Lee. We're talking about versus Sanji. And One Piece it's based on superpowers, but from what I've seen, normal people aren't that abnormal, right?
Okay, it's not superpowers, it's the power of the devil fruit, and Sanji does not have the power of the devil fruit.
hmm
He's
So he
not
is a normal
superpowered.
person.
He is a person, yes.
And how would you say normal people stack up in that universe versus a Naruto ninja?
Uh,
Someone who is literally casting spells and jumping thousands of feet because they want to.
well, a normal person, but you don't mean like Sanji normal person. You mean like a normal
Yeah, I
person.
mean normal
Like a
person. Where's our
member,
like base level? What could you expect from like a normal person who pops up and starts doing things?
because I mean a normal person in like
Let's say like
One
normal
Piece.
marine in their navy
Yeah,
or something.
that's what
I
I was
don't know
trying to
what
get
One Piece
at.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One Piece would be like a normal marine because,
Where's our standard? How do these universes compare? Help me out.
well, as far as I know, nobody in One Piece has ever destroyed the moon.
Ah, dang it. Well, that's a strike against One Piece, I guess. We're not dealing with moon destroyers anyway, so continue.
Although, technically, there are robots on the moon, and one guy did build a spaceship and go there.
That would put them as more technologically advanced than Naruto. I'll give you that,
Well,
but
I think it's more of a there's like an ancient species that was on the moon and in space, and they came to this planet, and then they left a bunch of old riddles and everything like that.
what? Okay.
There's a whole arc where one of the bad guys is trying to translate these runes that are left on these obelisk things that are all over like the
Mhm.
Grand Line, and nobody knows what they're all about. And
Right.
one of the people that they defeat has like, I'm a god because he can control electromagnetism, and he
Mhm.
builds a giant ship that runs on electricity that can fly. And when he gets beaten, he flies into space and he goes to the moon, which is filled with robots, which were the leftover creations of the people that went to the planet below and left all these obelisks with messages about like the end of the world and everything on them.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. I do love it though. Uh, I don't think that answered the actual question I had.
I don't remember the question. You got me in
How
depth.
would a normal marine from One Piece face up against a normal ninja from Naruto?
Well,
What
the
are our
thing
base
is
level?
that a ninja is not a normal person in the Naruto universe. A normal person in the Naruto universe would be
But they're
like,
the normal fighters of the
okay, you said you
Narutoverse.
watched up to the Chunin exam, right? You
Yes.
remember the bridge arc?
Yes.
Those people would be the normal people in Naruto. The old man that built the bridge, or the dead dad who got beaten to
Right, but
death
they're
and
not the
tortured.
adventure focused people. I'm talking about like the adventure focused normals. Like
Okay, so you mean
Naruto
the
winning
Hokage's
in Genin,
grandson.
and he has like the one trick. Yeah.
Hokage's grandson versus a Marine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or that kid that wants to be a Marine. Okay, the kid that wants to be a Marine versus Hokage's
Baby fight.
grandson.
All right, how's the baby fight go?
Well, the Hokage's grandson, well, I don't know, because he trips over his own feet and like breaks chips his tooth, whereas the other kid hops into a barrel to escape a fat woman. So, I mean, this episode is going to be 20 minutes long. Just us
Okay.
describing people that happen to
All
be.
right.
Okay, let's
So
go
we
back to
can't
the
get like
main
any.
characters. The main
All right.
characters. Sanji can break a ship in half with his foot in the first arc.
All right. Absolutely not normal in the first place. Got it.
He did not eat the devil fruit. He is normal powered person.
Yeah, it's still crazy. And Rock Lee's thing is like he's just doing martial arts. He's not doing anything more than normal people technically can. So same difference here,
Well, I
I
mean,
guess.
Rock Lee trains a lot.
Mhm.
Like, he intentionally fails his training so that he will then punish himself with more training.
Right. He works a lot for it. That's his whole character arc. Whereas Sanji here does not go through that arc, does he? He's
Uh,
just awesome.
I mean, he would go out of his way to earn the love of a good woman.
Not not quite the same as more training.
Really? You don't think the love of a good woman is worth all the training in the world?
It is a different amount of exercise.
He puts himself through some extreme stuff to cook the best meal.
So do I, but I don't claim I have super kicking boats in half power.
That's your
All
fault.
right. So I think at this point I'm willing to say I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go, but you feel confident in Sanji. So let's go ahead and see what we got.
BetterHelp for sponsoring this
20-minute
We all
episode,
have
indeed.
goals and want to be
That's what we're
happy,
going
but
for
there's
here
always
today.
just
Well,
something
we still
in our
got the
lives
mid-session
preventing us from
breakdown
getting that,
here.
isn't there?
Well,
That we
BetterHelp
do.
is here
Where we
to
pull out
assess
what
your
you've
needs and help
learned
match
versus
you
what
with
I
a
already
licensed
knew.
professional therapist.
What am I going to
BetterHelp is
learn?
available
Nothing.
for
It's going
clients
to go in one
worldwide.
ear,
It's
out
more
the
affordable
other,
than
and I'm going to be as
traditional
dumb as
offline
I
counseling,
started.
And financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today.
What? Here's the quote line. It's like Theta knows
That's
everything.
BetterHelp, and join over 500,000 people taking charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional.
And as a special offer for Death Battle viewers like you, you can
The
get
tension's
10%
building
off
now.
your first month. Just
Is
go
this
to
how people live with the heads?
BetterHelp.com/battle.
Is this what the internet's become?
There are so many heroes with crazy, over-the-top superpowers, but there's one class of character everyone
Yeah,
respects.
JoJo's the right place to
The
say
master
crazy.
of the martial arts.
Like Sanji, the sous chef of the Straw Hat Pirates searching for the One Piece.
And Rock Lee, the hard-working ninja warrior from the village of Naruto.
They had to get the best
He's
face for
Wiz
that
and
one.
I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Somewhere in the
Here we
vast
go.
ocean
Let's
is
learn
a
it.
seafaring land of science, the kingdom of Germa.
When the king of germs decided to churn out some kids, he got an awesome idea. How about he make his kids into killer, emotionless super soldiers? What could go wrong?
He forced his
Nothing
queen
goes
to
wrong with
undergo
that plan
surgery
ever.
that would enhance their children during pregnancy.
Yeah, she wasn't much of a fan.
So she
Alright,
took
so
a
they
drug
aren't
meant to
normal.
counteract the effects to hopefully ensure that at least one of her children was, emotionally stable.
A surprisingly low
Alright, so
bar
they're
to
normal
aim
again.
for, but hey, good for her. And she pulled it off.
Can't hear
While
that.
most of her children were violent sociopaths, one showed no signs of their shared superhuman genetics. This is Sanji.
Oh, the poor kid didn't have a great childhood. I mean, he was surrounded by actual superhuman bullies. But he found peace in cooking for his mom. Well, until she died, and then he was thrown in a dungeon. Look, I
I
told
think
you
that
his
food
childhood
killed her.
sucked.
Fortunately, Sanji eventually escaped thanks to some help from his sister, who I guess was slightly less of a sociopath, and made his way across the sea as a cook. Until he was shipwrecked and left marooned.
Poor guy just can't catch a break. But Sanji found a new daddy in the form of Pirate Redleg Zeph, who
Can't
trained
hear
him
that
in his
either.
own martial art, Black Leg style.
We're doing it live. What's happening?
Can you not hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Awesome. Alright, well, don't say anything for a good second. Don't move, in fact, because it'd be a real weird cut if you just suddenly jerked around. I think you had your mouth open last time. I'm keeping this in, by the way.
Sure.
Shouldn't that be Redleg style? I'm confused.
Alright.
It's an art that focuses exclusively on kicks, which worked out swimmingly for Sanji.
No. Puns are my job. I don't need you pirating that from me.
Oh, so we
As
got
a
like
chef,
the Midoriya
Sanji
style
firmly
then.
believes his hands have no
No,
place
Midoriya
in a
uses
fight.
his eyes.
To him,
Oh, wait,
they should
no,
be
you
kept
mean-
as pristine
Sorry, I'm
as
thinking
possible.
another
Yeah,
Naruto
my
character.
hero.
Which is
Yeah.
frankly wonderful etiquette. Even if
Oh,
his
look at that
own
ship. I
life
think
is
it
in
was cut in
serious
half.
danger, he will not break this
And he got
self-imposed
frying
rule.
pan.
You gotta hand it to
Those
him.
aren't frying
Black
pans,
Leg
those
is
are
like
pearls
taking
on metal.
capoeira, taekwondo, and every other martial art with high-flying footwork and mixing them all up like a stew. And just like a tasty dish, he named his attacks after a bunch of French words, which I definitely cannot pronounce.
Though the most important to recognize is Diable Jambe, also known as the Devil Leg. By moving at incredibly high speeds, Sanji builds up friction between the air and his leg until it literally catches on fire. To do so,
Yeah, that's a
he'd have to be
superpower.
moving his legs over
No,
11,000
no.
meters
I
per
mean,
second.
if it's not a
Yeah,
superpower
that
for
move's
Batman,
pretty
it's not a
lit.
superpower for
Apparently
Sanji.
Sanji's super
Batman
fast.
doesn't burst
Quick
into
enough to
flames.
keep up with the pirate captain.
You said
Well,
Luffy, who
except when he
effortlessly
wants to.
dodged laser beams from a robot man
But not
bear
from just
guy.
kicking.
It's a long story.
That's One Piece in a nutshell. A very, very long story.
Sanji's got plenty of other
Jeez,
skills.
yeah.
He can kick your face so hard it makes you as handsome as that devil George Clooney. Oh, brother. Then he can start blasting and Danny DeVito you back to normal with another.
And with the skywalk technique, he can literally walk on air by, listen to this, flicking
Oh.
his heels so quickly he creates
At least
dozens
that's
of miniature
basically
sonic booms
we're looking at
beneath his
Naruto
feet.
magic now.
That
It's not
is
magic.
insane.
Literally,
Note
the
to
Flash
self,
does the
never
same thing.
skip leg day. In fact, forget the other days. All days are now leg days.
Sanji eventually found a true family as a chef for the Straw Hat Pirates. With them at his side, he began a hunt for the All Blue, a mythical location where every ocean in the world connects and all manner of sea life exists. A perfect
I believe we
spot
just
for
call
a
that
chef of
there
the
is
sea.
actually
But
no
just
separation
like all of
between
us, he had
oceans.
to deal
It's
with
just
his
all
first
water.
And much crazier
Well,
family
again,
at
it's
some
about
point.
where
And when he did, he got
all the
an
life in
upgrade.
the ocean
This
exists in
is
one
the raid
place.
suit, a miraculous outfit with hover boots, invisibility, air boosters for increased kicking power.
And a snazzy cape.
And I think you'll find that
Conveniently,
the
the
west
suit is
coast of
stored
the
in an
Pacific Ocean is
easy-to-carry
different
canister
from the
that
east
can be
coast of the
opened for a
Atlantic Ocean.
magical girl transformation.
That is true.
Like so.
So not all oceans are
Oh,
connected.
is this beer?
Wait a minute. If that's my beer, what am I drinking? I'm gonna either need to go to the bathroom or the hospital.
While
No,
Sanji
tell me
may
more
not
about, like,
possess
the
the
super
superhuman
person in the
ability of his
background.
siblings, he has learned something similar yet entirely different: hockey.
Gesundheit. This power lets people push their
Yeah, that's
body
when the
to new
arcs will
limits in a
pass the
bunch
ones
of
I've
different
seen.
ways. Like with
When they all start
armament
dressing
hockey, he
weird.
can make himself
Oh
hard.
boy.
Specifically to strengthen his limbs for ironclad defense and stronger attacks. However,
Oh yeah, that's
Sanji's
supposed to be
own
like a basic
specialty
martial
is
arts
Inbunchoku,
term,
or
because you are
observation
trying to
art.
harden your
With
body
this,
in order
Sanji
to
can
hurt
detect the
people.
presence
This is
of
just,
others,
you know,
including
taking
through
that
walls.
like
He can even
way out of
predict
proportion.
future events, at least to some extent.
I like how that guy had a
Just
gun.
movie- He's taking
Straw Hats
powers,
let him push his abilities to the limit. He's strong enough to keep up with the likes of Zoro, one of the deadliest swordsmen in the freaking world.
And he could battle the marine Fujitora, who could summon meteors from the sky.
Zoro
The largest of which,
won
when
last
compared to
time
the
he
island
was
of
in a fight
Dressrosa,
on Death Battle?
appears to have a diameter of over
So that's
780
good, that's a
meters,
good call from me.
and thus a
What's
kinetic
that?
energy of over 12 gigatons of TNT.
So, like, he fought a guy who could basically blow up a whole island in a snap and then some.
I want to
Let me
say
know the next
I
time you
can't
find
really
a
remember
cook who can
Zoro
pull that
versus
off.
the person
He has
from
his fair share of weaknesses, though. Sanji sees
Guild about
himself as a
Magicians.
gentleman and thus refuses
he
to
looks
fight a lady
intimidating.
at any cost, even his
But
own
I think
life.
I'm willing to say at this
And,
point, normal
he's
people in the One
absolutely
Piece universe
terrified of
are
drag
far
queens.
crazier than normal
That didn't
people
age
in the
well.
Naruto
But
verse.
even with
Not
the
true.
setbacks and a horrifying childhood, Sanji is a man of the
No,
moment, an adventurer with a goal.
I think so.
One day he will
Sanji's
surely
not an
discover
example
the
of a
All
normal
Blue,
person.
and whatever else comes after that.
There's that guy I was talking
I
about.
was
The guy with the
looking.
ship.
For a light. Appreciate it.
Alright, that's
Konoha,
actually kind of
the
badass.
village
I like
hidden in
that.
the leaves is a land of phenomenal ninja.
From
And now we have
Naruto
Naruto.
to Sasuke to Kakashi, we've seen them show off their awesome talent on Death Battle before.
But one ninja student sought to prove that talent wasn't naturally born. That talent could be achieved through nothing but hard work. This is Rock Lee.
At first, Bull Cut's path to being a ninja was anything but promising. See, the best ninja can use all sorts of ninja magic called ninjutsu or genjutsu, but not Rocky over here.
Essentially, Lee was
Nope, he
born
can
with
only
a
use one
disability,
thing.
unable to access the living chakra
Right, he
energy
basically
within his
cannot
body the
make
same
magic
way his
powers,
peers
so he
could.
just has to
But
kick
while
people
this
really
certainly made
hard.
things
Right.
difficult
No
for him,
taijutsu.
he continued to
Only
train,
genjutsu. Nope,
pushing
other way
himself
around.
to become a splendid
Yeah,
ninja.
taijutsu
Too
is
bad
martial
he got paired up
arts.
with Neji, who might as well have the word prodigy stamped on his forehead.
Yeah,
Hello,
he can't even
irony.
beat this guy.
No real family to
I
speak
do
of,
like how that
Lee
team
had
is
no
like
one
grouped
to
up
guide
as
him on
like
his
the
difficult path.
everyone who does the
Fortunately,
most
he found
martial arts group.
inspiration in the form of a fellow
I mean, not
bowl-cut
really.
individual.
The
Right
Byakugan
guy,
isn't
a man
really
who is
the martial arts
simultaneously
thing.
Incredibly
We-
cool and incredibly
But he does
weird.
it so that
Guy
he can
saw
punch
Lee's
people really
potential
well.
and trained him to
Right, but it's
master
a
the art
genjutsu.
of
His whole thing is
taijutsu,
being good at
a
genjutsu.
ninja's physical prowess using
I guess,
chakra,
yeah.
body, and mind.
And pressure
So
points.
he's not gonna be shooting fireballs or popping up clones of himself.
Yeah,
like
that's-
the
that's
other
how the
guys,
magic
but
power
he's
goes.
gonna
And the
learn
other
how to
one
punch
is
harder
literally
than anyone.
weapons
Actually,
use,
that's
which is
exactly the point
not
of his
really martial arts either.
Strong
Well,
fist.
weapons
This
definitely
guy
are
is
covered
all
under
about
martial arts.
shattering bones.
I don't
Not
think
just
so.
any ninja
Martial
can
arts
master the
typically
form of strong fist.
hands and feet.
In the hands of a novice, it's a dangerous
Unless you're
technique.
saying that Rock
One
Lee is a
wrong move,
martial
and you could
arts
accidentally
master
break your
because he
own
uses
limbs.
daggers.
Lee quickly got the hang of it and even learned some
Honestly,
awesome
everyone
moves,
in
like
that
this killer
universe
Azuna
uses
drop on
knives because they
steroids.
want to.
The
No, they use
primary Lotus.
kunai.
A technique so
Yeah,
useful
nerd.
that
They're
many
just
other
fancy
ninja tried to
Japanese
copy
Yeah,
for
nerd.
themselves.
What a
The
bunch of
kunai.
serious. He's
I
also got
refuse.
this potion, and if he
Oh, that's
drinks
right,
it,
he
he
becomes a
goes
drunken
into
master, I
super
forgot.
zen state
You'll
that makes
chasing
him
after
basically
Sasuke.
invincible.
Incorrect as usual, Boomstick. that was due to American censorship.
Right, it wasn't a potion, it was sake. Somehow, Lee's susceptibility to alcohol turns
Welcome
him
back
into
to
an
4Kids,
instant
everybody.
expert in the drunken fist,
I
based
don't
on
know. I
an
watched
actual
this
martial art.
in
You know, Wiz, I've
the
always
sub,
wanted to
so
try that style
it
myself.
was always sake
and,
for me.
I'm not gonna lie, I've had a
Right.
few. What's this? Gonna... Oh.
Correction. Real drunken boxers only emulate the movements of the inebriated.
I'm pretty sure
They're
without
not
being drunk,
actually-
my
Ow.
cartwheels are about as good as that.
Piece of cake.
I don't know, I was
Anyway, when
entranced by
Rocky
the
Road
boxing
isn't
going on in the
totally sloshed,
background
he's
there.
got one more
The guy
inch in his
showboating in the back.
The 8 gates.
In the world of
And
Naruto,
here's the
8
special
metaphorical
power.
gates exist
Again,
within the
that
human body,
literally anybody
inspired
could
by
do if they were
real-world
trained.
Buddhist teachings of
Yep.
opening oneself to achieve enlightenment.
But in Lee's case, it's opening a can of whoop-ass.
Think of it like that horrible myth about humans using only one small part of their brain. Each open gate increases Lee's abilities in some way. For
What if we
example,
used
the
100%
first gate
of
allows
our
Lee
brain
to utilize
data?
100%
Huh?
of his body's potential by
Well,
removing
to be
inherent
fair,
mental
it's not a
and physical
myth that I'm
inhibitions.
only using 10%
The
of my
third
brain.
gate lets him expend enough chocolate
I am
all at
horribly
once to perform his
underutilized.
signature technique,
You have
the
10%?
hidden
I don't
lotus.
even have
The
that.
first few gates are pretty chill, even if they do wear him out. Thing is, the more gates you open, the more dangerous it gets. But Lee wasn't afraid.
By the age of 13, he could unlock 5 of the 8 gates.
More than enough to keep up with the likes of Neji and honorary Green Day member Gaara. He's almost as quick as Naruto, who's dodged light speed attacks. And when he opened the 6th gate, he used it to slice up a giant meteor.
Comparing the scale of the meteor
haven't
to
gotten that far.
Konoha's mountainside,
It's well past
and
pain
assuming
arc.
Lee contributed his fair share to this group task,
I'm
he
now
must
just
have
more
produced a
impressed,
force
honestly.
equal to about 230 megatons of
I was
TNT.
The
lowballing
average
this.
nuclear bomb has a yield of about
Of course,
5
because there's always
megatons.
some feat,
So
or
getting
if
hit
there's
by
not a
6
feat
gate
like
Lee
this, they're
is
going to
like
say,
having
okay, well, this
50
other guy
nukes
did this thing
exploding in
that's
your
like this,
face.
and
Now,
can
Lee
you
has
compare
admittedly
Rock Lee
never
to this
used
other
the
guy,
last
can't
2
you?
gates.
Yeah, of course,
However,
why not?
there are
To be
multiple
fair,
claims that he's
meteors are
mastered them
kind
by
of just
adulthood.
thrown about
And
all over the
frankly,
place.
as the
Eventually,
successor to
someone
Mike
punches a
Guy,
meteor.
who did unlock all 8 gates, Lee should be comparable.
Guy could make a blast the size of an island with the 7th gate. With the 8th, he could go head-to-head with the ultimate big bad, Madara. This creep was
Man,
packing
I'm really
more power than when
feeling like
Naruto's
shit now
chakra
that
blew a hole through the
my
moon.
big
A
example
400
for was
petaton
kicking a
explosion.
ship in half.
That's way bigger than 50 nukes. Hell, the 8th
Oh,
gate
look at
can
this, Rock
bend
Lee
the
can,
fabric
I
of
don't know,
space.
400
Just one
petatrons
small
of
problem. Opening the 8th gate
Ah,
puts an
kick
immense
the ship
toll
in
on the
half.
body. The moment you open it, you've essentially guaranteed your own
Maybe
death.
Rock Lee will get
Yeah,
on a
but who
ship,
cares,
Theta.
as long as you take your foe with you.
Under Guy's training and with the help of his friends,
I mean, to
Lee
be
has
fair,
shown that he
I don't
is
see anything
indeed
about
a
Rock Lee being able
splendid
to
ninja.
fly.
Though he never quite got the chance to prove himself against
That's
Neji.
right, it's never been shown that he can swim, therefore we just don't know if he
One's
can.
dead and the other isn't,
My problem
so
with this
I
is
think I know who
the only
won.
way I win that is if
Now the villager's expert
Sanji just
instructor
lives a
in
good life.
taijutsu and with a kid of his very own,
flying in
it
the
seems
air, outlive
Lee's
Rock Lee,
hard
but
work
Rock Lee is a
truly
kid,
did
so
pay off in the end.
Alright,
live
real
longer.
contest. The two of them tried to cook things, and Super Saiyan.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want some of Lee and Sanji's fire
Alright, Data, we've gone ahead and seen the combatants, and we've run data through all possibilities. What's gonna happen?
Well, now we have to watch an ad for Viagra substitutes.
Oh my gosh,
No
yeah.
matter whether
Wait,
it's
no,
day
they
or
actually
night,
mentioned
on
it by
an
name.
empty
Now we
stomach
know
or
for
full
sure.
one, you'll
We
be
don't have to
good
guess
go
anymore.
whenever the
That's a Viagra
opportunity
substitute,
arises.
yeah.
Blue Chew is prescribed online by
All
licensed
right.
physicians, so you don't have to go to
So,
the doctor's office or wait
I
in
just
line
feel
at the
even more
pharmacy.
confident in Rock
And
Lee
it ships
now.
right
Now
to
that he's
your
been
door in
punched
a
into a
discreet
moon,
package.
you know.
Since they're made in the USA,
Like you
and
said,
Blue
it's
Chew
like you
prepares and ships
have a
direct,
boat cut in
it's
half.
cheaper and less awkward than
I
waiting
mean,
in
that
line
was
at the
again its
pharmacy.
first
And you don't even need to
review,
leave
but
your house.
If you're
I
looking
don't
for more
quite remember
confidence where it
anything
counts, Blue Chew
more
is the
impressive
fast,
than
easy,
he's
and
done
cheaper
since
way to
then.
enhance your performance.
And who could say no to that?
At the
Right
same
now, we've
time,
got a
though,
special deal.
I should have
Visit
remembered that
BlueChew.com and get your first
Naruto
shipment free
beat
when you use our
Ichigo
special promo code
Kurosaki
BATTLE.
from
It's
Bleach,
just $5 in shipping.
Again,
making
that's BLUE
Naruto
chew.com,
above
promo
Bleach.
code battle to try it
So
free.
is Naruto above
And
One
Bleach is
Piece?
crazy.
For a death battle!
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, I don't know. One Piece has been going on for a long time, and they do have light speed shit going on in One Piece. And Naruto is light speed shit going on in it, apparently.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where they are comparable because they've already reached the maximum limit of what's even really physically possible.
Not really
Outs-
comparable, though. I mean, nobody in One Piece, as far as I know, has kicked open a meteor.
they survived the meteor dropping on them. Maybe there's something more that they'll show later,
Did
and
they?
it'll be
Did
like
I-
reversaled.
Did I miss
Yeah,
that?
they did. Yeah, no, there was like a meteor arc apparently.
That was in
It like, oh
Naruto.
yeah. No, it was definitely in One Piece, where someone drops a meteor and like blows up a city, and it's like, yeah, he was there and does something.
I literally, I guess.
Maybe there was too much going on. It's fine.
Yeah.
You have a chance, if they both get attacked by a moon at the same time, maybe they'll come out on top.
Well, I've said Sanji. I gotta stick with Sanji. He kicked a boat in half.
Well, let's see how many boats he kicks.
Aha, it is a cooking fight. I win.
Ah,
I refuse
dang
to eat
it.
this. It's far too mild, lacking in the fiery use of true spicy curry.
Mild. This is the most perfectly balanced curry around.
Let me do fair. This would be a fight worthy of
I
that.
see your fighting skills match your skill in cooking.
I do feel like as a design for the
Show
character,
your chef some
that
respect.
Sanji's kicking only is specifically so he can stand around with his hands in his pockets all day as a character design.
I'm a paying customer, and that curry was awful.
I mean, it is something he does while he's fighting.
You
Yeah.
like that? Look at me like that.
So he looks cool, so now he's cool all the time.
Although he doesn't have a cigarette sticking out of his mouth, so it's not really Sanji.
Not yet.
Or a lollipop if you like 4 kids.
I need a light for my lollipop.
Picky eaters are the worst.
Why is everything so loud? Fifth gate, open!
Right to
Just
fifth.
jumps right to it, jeez.
Yeah.
Sixth gate of view,
Right from a hungover to almost dead.
Straight to trying to kill himself to win.
seventh gate of wonder, open!
Yeah, he's literally a kid away from death now.
Just do not hold back, alright. So I guess this is not looking good for him if this is not the end.
Again, costume I've never seen before. I do like it.
Oh, they mentioned it.
No, yeah,
apparently
that's
has a lot of
good
upgrades.
Well, no,
Yeah.
he ate the thing.
I am the youthful beast of Konoha. I will never give up. Eighth gate of death, open!
Also, I don't know who's voicing Rock Lee right now. He really reminds me of a character from Avatar, Last Airbender.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Like, they're definitely trying their hardest. It's just not quite Rock Lee. So it's just like, oh wait, that. Ooh, oh, okay.
Although, to be fair, Sanji's master has a leg taken off, and he's still a badass fighter.
Since you wouldn't finish your food, I'm making you cough up whatever you've already eaten. Anti-matter!
But Sanji's master has a peg leg because he cut off his own legs so that they wouldn't starve to death. So,
Jeez.
Looks like
Oh,
mild
here's
food's
his
the
leg.
best. My dish was too spicy.
see, I called it. I knew he wasn't going to lose, even losing a leg.
Oh, that was a good set of escalations.
I guess Lee can finally have that bout with Neji now.
Given Lee's years of experience and the power of the 8 gates, he definitely kept Sanji on his toes.
But Sanji was no slouch himself, and like Lee, has trained all of his life.
With his speed and observation hockey, he handled even the unpredictable Drunken Fist.
And while the 7th gate meant Lee could probably blow up an island, that's not as big as the meteors the Straw Hats could handle.
Simply
Yeah,
put,
there it is,
Lee
there's
had
the
only
meteor.
one
This guy must have
somewhat
tuned
reliable
out.
method of a possible victory.
I was so confident
The
I wasn't paying
eighth
attention to all Sanji's feats.
Suicide move he's never actually used before. Not really the best argument for a win on its own.
But gate number 8 could take on Madara. Sanji's tough, yeah, but he's definitely not on that guy's level. A couple big hits from the 8th gate and Sanji's nothing but paste, so what gives?
Well, Lee would have to hit him first. While Sanji's power may not compare to the 8th gate, his speed is far beyond. Recall when his
He can also just
fellow
straight up
rabble-rouser
fly.
Luffy very patiently waited for a
don't think
light-speed
anyone in
laser
the
to reach him
Narutoverse
before
really does.
dodging it. To pull this off, Luffy would have had to move 13 times faster than light.
Sanji can regularly keep up with Luffy, and this was before he even got his super fast raid suit.
Don't get us wrong, the power of the 8th gate is incredible. If we were to run this fight 100 more rounds, Lee would surely land a winning blow with it a few times.
But more often than not, Sanji's speed is pulling this one off.
Given his speed,
Sanji
raid
has a
suit, observation
badass
hockey, and his
backstory.
fiery
That's why
footwork,
I knew
Sanji
losing a
had
leg
everything
wasn't
he
going to make
needed
him
to
lose the
outlast
fight,
Lee's youthful determination for a victory.
despite his legs
You
being
can
his
say he
main,
had
you
a
know,
leg up on Rock
combat
Lee.
source.
Hand over fist.
50%
Or
down.
just
He's still
foot
in it.
over fist, but you get it.
The winner is Sanji.
Well, you lost. That means you get first pick next fighter.
Thanks for watching this episode
All
of
right,
Death
let's
Battle.
hope I
Come
do
back
better
next week
this
to
time.
see previews of our upcoming
See,
matchups.
you
If wanna
win
watch more
because you
stuff,
know
can
everything.
Click the boxes right around here, and you can always pick up some DB merch at store.roosterteeth.com.
All right,
That's what we got.
we got hand. The hand from Titanic.
Yellow.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. All right. So who you going with, Hulk or Brawley?
Uh,
Well, let's ignore
damn.
that. Whatever the
About
hell
the
I
Christmas
clicked.
Carol. All right, the Hulk versus
Thank you to better.
Broly. That is actually a really tough one, isn't it? Because
Is
Broly
it?
is the legendary Super Saiyan.
Which Brawley though? Also, why we keep
I
saying
don't think there's
Broly?
a difference
It's
between-
Brawley. There is a difference. Are we talking about first movie release Brawley, or are we talking about second movie release Brawley?
Right. And on the other hand, Hulk is actually more or less indestructible, unstoppable, and splits planets in half and can lift whatever he wants because he's angry enough to do it.
Which Hulk?
Again, that's a really good question. If I have to kind of judge based on like the amalgamation of these two and say, well, maybe the Hulk won't do his most impressive thing ever versus maybe maybe Broly will, I'm going to have to say DBZ is usually about overcoming things, and the Hulk doesn't have anything to overcome. We're looking at Superman again, so I'm going to go with the Hulk.
So wait, what was your argument? Was that DBZ is about overcoming things versus something that has nothing to overcome? You're saying that
Yes.
the Hulk has never had anything to overcome.
The Hulk doesn't need to get better. The Hulk just needs to get angrier, and he doesn't really seem to have an upper limit.
Right, but that's how he gets better. He gets angrier. That's how he gets better.
He doesn't physically improve. That's not like a character arc he
That's
goes
literally
through
what
to
he
be
does.
better.
He physically improves by getting angrier, and he finds other reasons to be angry.
It happens a lot faster.
That's literally one of the arguments of is Hulk's power infinite? Is can you be infinitely angry?
I think the lore of Broly is that also he has infinite energy, but
Nope.
I think he can die.
He does not have infinite energy because they have the little scouter things, right? I know the scouters are made to
Well, that's
be.
power level. The endurance is different.
No, I'm saying no.
for
I'm
DBZ.
saying the scouters are made to be negated, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying that Broly has a finite number, right? You know, some
Right.
people they look at the scouters and the scouters explode off their faces. They looked at Broly. They saw a number. Scouter didn't explode.
Right, so we got two different descriptions of, I think, basically the same point. The Hulk isn't going to have a limit in the end. He will get angrier, and he is going to be where he needs to be. Whereas Broly technically has a limit somewhere.
So wait, you were picking who again?
Oh, I'm picking the Hulk. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Hulk. Big
Here's
Hulk
the
fans.
problem was that I was leaning towards the Hulk, and I forgot who you picked. Okay, well shit. Hopefully
Yeah,
they
no,
go
Broly.
with original Broly and not new Broly.
Mhm.
Because new Broly is a weird backstory thing versus original Broly, who is
They
just
made his backstory actually work, is what I'm gonna say. I definitely approve, but I see where you're coming from for the sake of trying to win the death battle.
well, because original Broly was just badass strong from the get go. Like he shows up, nobody knows who the hell he is, and he's just instantly kicking all the Z fighters' asses all at
Yeah,
once.
DBZ movie kind of way of handling.
Yeah, you know, he
things.
throws Goku through a wall. Vegeta shows up. Vegeta's right there next to Goku. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
Instantly, everyone's ass has been kicked. Broly
Gosh,
doesn't
Vegeta,
not play around.
Vegeta, you're done so raw so much. You're just Worf. You get thrown around. I'm sorry.
Hey, well, he has the arc of no one messes with my Bulma, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
God of Destruction shows up. You know what? You slapped Bulma. I'm This is the hill I'm
Going
dying
for
on.
it.
Yeah, this is the hill I'm gonna die on. Nobody touches my Bulma.
All right, before we get here and stick DBZ for another 20 minutes of this video, this has been Stone Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we will catch you next time.